Hello, hello, everybody. I'm back. I know I was on less than an hour ago, finishing up the morning free readings, as I like to do from time to time. Um, so I'm back for this evening session, just getting my desktop all set up. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, welcome, first of all. We got a great group of people with huge hearts, wonderful senses of humor. So, welcome to the fam. And if you want to know how all the readings work, all the free things that I offer, everything is listed in the description box of the video down below. So, rather than blah, blah, blah about all that, I just want to get into readings. Hey, that's what we're here for, right? Right. I'm going to attempt see how are these. Yeah, I think they'll show up pretty good here. All right, so we will continue to use the gold foil tarot, and we will jump in. So I do have a donation to start off with. So Mia, thank you so much for your donation. Give it a little love here. And thank you for your donation. Hey, Darla, long time. Hello, hello. Hey, angel blessings, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Good to see everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I guess it started for a lot of you. And then if you're on the other side of the world, it's already Saturday morning. So welcome to your weekend. All right. So Mia, let's take a look here. Hello again, dear Zen. I love it. So what the music that you'll send to make your person feel towards you and his thoughts, emotions while listening to related to you. All right, so you're going to send your person of interest some music, and you want to know how is it going to impact them. So, what emotions will be sparked, and what are their thoughts as well? Because there'll be emotions, and then they're going to do some thinking related to you, of course. So, let's take a look here. Let's see what we've got here. All right. So we'll start with these. Oh, wow. All right. So I like the card that we first start off with here. We've got the Three of Cups, which is joy and celebration. So, the first thing that it feels toward them, I mean, just it gives them this feeling. It just, it sparks this joy. So I like that to start off. I mean, can't add much more into that. It's like they just have this sense of feeling of joy. The devil card here, it does spark some thinking. The Capricorn energy, I'm not sure if they're an air sign, Mia. If they are, then they're always going to be analyzing everything anyway. Why did they choose this song? Why did they want these lyrics? What does this mean? Why did they choose this particular artist? The Cancer. Oh, that too. So deep emotion. So, and they might have, and that's Cancer sign, right? So they could have a lot of air in their chart because it feels like here, maybe even an air moon, because it's like triggering them to think about, um, are they trying to tell me something? What about that line? What about this? Which is all right. And we've got this here. Only music? Oh, okay. So maybe they'll, it's about, but they're going to have thinking about why did you send this? What is it? Because they're going to be some thinking. But I like this here too. We've got this, we've got the high priestess and the magician. These are counterparts, spiritual counterparts, the magician and the high priest. So this will definitely be this, it brings this bond between it. So they do see this as I feel like the music that you send them is something that they enjoy as well, and I like it because they feel like it increases. Like I said, it increases the bond between you. It's like wow, either that you like the same stuff or that you get them. If it's something you don't like and you send it to them, then they're like, "You get me. You understand." What I like here. We got the King of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. King of Wands is about passion, and so it does. triggers some attraction within them. The king is very balanced though, and here's even the balancing of the two of pentacles. The when we look at the Knight of Wands, they're more like the Prince of Wands, who is like a teenager with hormones and doesn't know how to control their passion, and always. But they're able to balance, and it almost can feel sometimes though that they are, maybe they mute their passion a little too much. Like you would like to see them express their passion a little more, is what I'm feeling. But we've got this energy here, that they're a very balanced individual. So just to keep that in mind as everything unfolds here. Yeah. And we like this here. We've got this, the Queen of Swords is balancing again, more balancing of heart and mind. And the Five of Wands is this transformation that happens with this, um, there's this, energy of um transformation of passion, this transformation of energy that happens with all of this too. So, and like all of this, balancing that's coming in. But there's also this, um, I want to use the word evolution of the wands here, the evolution of this, you know, um, energy of this passion. So I like it. I like that it does move things along a little bit for you guys here, but it feels very positive here. I mean, I don't have anything that is of concerns. I just like how it, they've got this joy. It makes them think about things, but the divine counterparts with the magician and the high priestess there, and then the equal balancing too between all of this, because I feel like you're both kind of going through this balancing aspect of your life and your hearts and minds as well. So it's great. I like the, um the intentions. If we give just from our heart, then that energy is available there too. So I feel like with that Five of Wands, it's a little bit of a transformation too, of just going, you know what, I'm giving this out of my heart, I don't care what the result is. Then that energy goes with it, and there's not expectations around it, right? So there's this giving of going, you know what, um all I care is I feel good in giving, and then whatever they do or don't do, say or don't say, doesn't matter to me because I'm giving from my heart. And I feel like that is, what Spirit just wants you to know around all this, but very positive. I don't have any concerns around it at all. Yeah. All right. Absolutely. You're very welcome. And thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And then I have another donation. Thank you so much, Yasmer, for your donation. Let me give that some love there. And you want to know, will the person on your mind ask you out? Ooh, all right. Let's take a look here and see what they have here. All right. All right. Well, it does definitely feel like it here, because you've got the Knight of Wands coming in here. I mean, not the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, which is movement of communication. So that's why I feel like they will ask you out here. See if I can get it to focus in a little bit, but it definitely has this great energy that comes in here with that. There it goes. So the Knight of Swords is movement of communication, and you have the Page of Cups, which is the offering of love here, which I like as well. And the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands tells me that it's like it's a different route than you would expect. So with the Three of Wands, it's either the how they ask you out is different than you would have thought, um, or where they ask you to go to, there's something different, and it's a change of direction that you're like, well, okay, I'm just going to flow with this and go with this because it does take you in a different direction. It's a nice surprise. I don't feel like it's like a disappointment. It's just creative on how they ask you out and how they go about it. So I like that. And again, there's this Page of Swords and the Two of Pentacles that comes in here after that. This is the cycles, the give and receive, and again, more new communication. And the way I feel like this, it's like tit for tat, right? So I know, right? I'd be excited too. There's like how they ask you out and everything, and it's like great, and you go on this date, right? And so you guys go hang out. I feel like it's okay for you to ask them. You're the next, you know, communication. I like how it's, not all one-sided, like, "Oh, it's up to you. You're supposed to ask me out. You're supposed to do this and this and this." I like how you go, "Well, because of how they were all unique and all this stuff," you're like, "Well, I'm going to, express that back to them, and I'm gonna ask them for a second date in this way. I'm gonna do something, whether it's, a coffee they like, and so you drop off a coffee with it written on there, you know, act 2, something unique and different. I feel like you do, reciprocate back, and I feel like they like that because I feel like they always end up, because 'cause they're so creative and how they do things, that they're the ones that are always doing it, and I like that there's this, um, give and receive, and not all give, 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 receive, 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 right? So I like that, Yasmer. I mean, that's what's coming in. So um, thumbs up for that one. So thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Excited for your date. All right. And then Queen Bee, thank you for your donation. Give that little love there. And thank you. You want to know TJ's current feelings for you, and will there be reconciliation? Let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right, and then what's hidden on the bottom here? Okay, what else? All right. Okay. We do have this, the with the Empress here, there is this new birthing that's coming in here. And 3 is creativity, but it's sensuality, harvest, birth, that kind of, and so I feel it's mother nature, mother nurture, and when they're asking their current feelings for you, they definitely see you as someone that, is, I mean, you're queen bee, right? So they see you as the empress who rules over the queens. So they definitely see you in this place of respect, of your divine femininity and your nurturingness, and the sensuality of all that. It seems like they've got this barrier that's been going on with them with the 9 of Wands for quite a while, and they've got this energy here that whatever this is that caused the rift, because you're talking about reconciliation here, that it's been something that's been going on for a long time. They've got the bandage on their head, which means they've been knocking their head against the wall over and over and over again, trying to get through this wall that's been, um, around them. And it's rooted in how they feel about themselves, right? And these are feelings that they've had when they were 7 years old and younger, about having to overgive and receive very little back. So their worth, uh, beneath the surface in their subconscious, is way out of balance, to where their little child self keeps love, keeps success, keeps abundance, keeps it away because of these feelings that they have within them of, feeling unworthy. And so It's something it's a repeated cycle that's been going on, ever since they were young because that's where they learned it and where it was pushed down and it's been running on autopilot, um, down there their entire life. And you'll see here with their life too that, they feel like they have been cheated out of things. It's like abundance and love doesn't stay in their life for long. It always seems to leave or get rejected out of their life, either you know, by them, sabotaging it themselves because their inner child goes, "No, we don't deserve that anymore." Just it puts up the walls and repels things away. I like where this is headed though, because I do feel that they are learning to step into their power. They're getting to the root of this because what happens here with the combination of these two cards, you can see the magician has the wand here. Well, this 9 of wands shows them grabbing on to that, wand here, which used to be right here, which used to, have this, barrier, right? But now when they're taking their power and they're stepping in and realizing that about themselves, that opens up the walls, which allows them to go through there. Once they reach that point, that's when we've got 2 fours, these numbers of stability, the emperor who rules over all the kings, and the four of pentacles, which shows them finding their worth in relationship to the outside world in a whole different way. Stability, stability, action, not trying to live up to other people's expectations, but there's this movement forward. So, I feel like this energy here, they've got the Empress card is all about you, but everything else is this them needing to step into their power, them needing to step into this energy, and I feel like they do. Timing has to do with how much effort they put into it, because they'll continue to experience this rejection, rejection, rejection out of their life, the repelling of things out of their life, as long as their inner child feels that abandonment, feels that unworthiness, that out of balance where they have to give so much to get so little back. And then they step into their power in very positive ways, but I almost feel if unless they do some sort of rehab, do some sort of, counseling or some very big self-reflection into those things, it's gonna be a while before they'll be able to, uh, lower that, force field and allow those things to come in and allow love to come in, and then that's when they're able to go, finally now I get, I can have what I feel I deserve, which I feel with you being the queen, the queen bee, the empress, you're the queen of all queens, you rule over the queens, and so you stand out in their world from them, but it has to do with their worth, right? And if they don't feel that they have that worthiness within inside, they won't be able to give that to anyone else either. So that's what comes in. All right. So that is what they have for you, Queen Bee. I'm excited about that. I'm going to use this new deck I have here, for timing, and because they do mention on here time frames. Let's see if they'll give me some ranges here. Oh, I like that. What else? All right. Well, so we have quite a different wow, and look at these. I love it. So we've got the Four of Wands, which is marriage and celebration card, and Ace of Cups, love card here. Now, the dates that they have on here, we've got April 5th to April 29th, June 21st to July 22nd, October 23rd to November 21st, February 19th to March 20th. And I feel like with all of those, that kind of energy, those are the heightened periods where there can be connection during those times. But I feel like those are the ones that are being amplified during, with this evaluation of their love. and they have these possibilities of those periods of time depending on how they're working on inside. So it could be, see, we have right now October 23rd to November 21st. You might have connection with them if they really, really focus in on it, right? If they don't, then we've got February 19th to March 20th is another period of time that, a range of possibilities of you guys reconnecting, depending again how much effort they're putting into that transformation of that inner child. April 5th to April 29th, and then if not that, then June 21st to July 22nd. So with June 21st to July 22nd being the last time period, that would be the latest. Like if they just barely do what they're working on, it'll take that long before they'll open up and be able to be in this place where there's reconciliation and reconnection between you guys. Otherwise, it's just, those are the possibilities of times depending on how much they're working on the inside. All right, Queen Bee. So that's what they have. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And thank you, Felicia, for the letting everyone know about the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. It's something free that everyone can do that helps the channel grow, and it lets me know that you guys enjoy these free readings. So, all right, I think those were all of the donations. So we're gonna scroll back to the top, and actually, Felicia, you're up first. So let's take a look here, and I think I'm going to switch up. I want to do these. I've got these psychic tarot of the heart, which have some extra cards in them too. So I'm going to kind of switch over to those. I do notice. I think someone had mentioned if we can use some of the paper ones instead of the bright shiny ones, which I understand with all this lighting here, it is very difficult to see. So um, I will switch over here to these beautiful deck here. I like it's like a giant four-leaf clover on steroids. So let's take a look here and see, where is the universe leading you in your career? All right. And where else? Okay, this one here. Okay. So you got two major arcana that came out here, Felicia. And the first one here, oh, you want the shiny one? Oh, okay. Well, I'll pull you a shiny one too. But we've got the control is, this is the strength card in the major arcana, which represents connecting to your higher self, connecting more. So it's not so much that they are directing your career, but that they are directing you to connect with your higher self so that you can have this insight into what truly makes your heart sing and what truly, you're wanting to do. They don't care what career you do. I know, right? What? How rude. But no, they it's not that they don't um they're not interested, but they don't care. They don't have like a preference. They're like, whatever you want to do. It's like a little um grandchild being taken to a playground by their grandparent, and their grandparent is like, go play, and you're like, but what am I supposed to go play on? And they're like, whatever you want, and you're like, but I don't want to choose the wrong one. There is no wrong one. Go play. You got the swings, you got the slide, you got the merry-go-round, you got the seesaw, you got the little boing boing thing that goes back and forth on a spring, you got all this fun stuff, the monkey bars. Go have fun, go enjoy. And you're like, but what am I supposed to do? And you're like, there isn't any. Go play. And uh, you need to tell me what I'm supposed to do. And then, the grandparent goes, the swings, go play on the swings. And so you go on the swings and you swing on there for a while, and you're like, I don't like the swings. And you're like, well, what do you want to go play on? Go play on something else. It's about what desire comes from our heart. What do we want to go do? And they're along with us with all of that, right? And that's what you think matters to you, but that's not what your heart cares about. Your heart cares about expressing itself and enjoying what makes it sing, what makes it feel full. Money is what our mind says that we need to make things come true, right? We're like, okay, I need all this money, I need all this stuff. These are the things that these are the jobs that mean I'm successful, that I'm worthy, that I'm lovable, blah, blah, blah. We're conditioned with all of this stuff growing from when we're very, very young about what we are supposed to do, should do, need to do, have to do, right? Even as a child, I want to be an artist. Oh, think of something more reasonable. An artist, you'll starve to death. Think of, that's stupid. And so we suppress our dreams because we don't want to get rejected. And then they get stuffed down inside and we become robots obeying society on what we think we're supposed to do, should do, need to do. But the other major arcana you got is the world card here, which is telling you here it's leaving behind the old. And even you've got the heart at the center of the earth here, and this beautiful lotus that's here too, connecting to your higher self. Again, this um, ending of old cycles, ending of old ways of looking at things, and the beginning of new things that, come in there too. So, yeah. And I love it. And so you said you wanted your shiny cards. Well, you got the world card again, card 21, and the Empress, new beginnings, creativity, new birth, new way of looking at things, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So again, there's this beautiful, you know, um, correlation to all of your cards, especially since you get the world card twice, which is about leaving behind old cycles and new beginnings, new way of doing things. So embrace and you take control of what you're wanting to do, knowing that there is no wrong answer. And that's what I feel for you there. It's really getting into that. And like you said, it's like your dreams that you have that your heart wanted, is what is in the core, is what's at the root of, like, what do I want to be? What do I want? How do I want to express this love within my heart with the world in my own unique way? And that is your dream. That is your career. The other stuff are just jobs to support your dream. But when we make our career the, how they say, we work to live. We don't live to work. And that's the difference. Is so, the jobs that you are having or you can do, that's just income to help fund your dream and living your career and living your life. So finding out what that is important. Something that you can look into too. It's a new book I just got, which is Discover Your Dharma. And I've only read a little bit in it, but I'm already blown away by it because they have this test that you can take, which is 6 questions, which what's your Dharma archetype? And, it helps you identify, are you a teacher, a nurturer, a visionary, an entrepreneur, an artist, a researcher, an entertainer, an activist, or a warrior? And it helps you get to the root of things. So if you don't know, like, I don't have any idea what it is I want to do, check that book out if you can, because it's really cool. All right, and that's what they have for you, and that was for more than just you, I think, too. But that is for you. So many blessings. You're very welcome, Felicia. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list. And Eliza, hello, hello. Blessings to you. You'd like a general for next week. All right. Let's take a look here. Whoa. All right. All right. Well, you do have here, you have the moving on, which is the Eight of Cups. And you also have the um, Ace of Swords, which is clarity of belief. So this is, next week is this focus here of leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you, relationships that no longer serve you. And so there is this movement away from thought and belief and mindsets, emotional foundations. And this is about the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. This helps you cut away these old beliefs. And I love this beautiful butterfly. It's this transformation that happens next week on really realizing what no longer serves you, both in belief and in heart as well. And, the Eight of Cups is deciding to not invest energy anymore into a relationship or relationships that you give and give and give and get very little in return. And it's moving on to the Nine of Cups, which is emotional wish fulfillment. And so there is this changing, this aha that happens next week where you're just like, you know what? I'm always giving, giving, giving. And yeah, relationships fluctuate, right? Like sometimes we have to give 80% and they give us 20. And there's times where I can only give 20 and they give 80. And that's normal. Relationships adjust and alter. But if you're always giving 80 to 90% and they're only giving 10 to 20% consistently, that's an unhealthy relationship, right? Unless it's a child. That's different, right? If it's a toddler that can't take care of themselves, a teenager that's still in your care, that's different. But if it's an adult, it's a big wake up call to realize I'm going to just back off and just give 50%. Or if you're ready, zero, right? But if you back off and just give 50, if they don't make up that, the relationship will drift away to where it's gone and then you can go to zero. And you're just like, it's okay. Not everyone is in our life forever, right? We have people who are in our life for a day, a season, or a lifetime, and we will recognize that. And I feel like that's what happens next week. Is you have some big ahas about what you're ready to let go of and who you're ready to let go of. So that is what is coming in for you. So many blessings to you. And up next, the next free reading will be Hot Sun. And but I do have a couple donations, so I'm going to skip down for those. And the Love 43, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Going to give that some love. You want to know what messages or message does your higher self have for you? Absolutely. And then Kira, you'll be up after that. All right. So let's take a look here. So you've got this one and this one. What else? What messages? That one and that one. Wow. All right. And then these three. Okay. So you got two, I think 233. Yeah. And these are arranged a certain way. So we will do that here. So it's actually like 1133. In your first one here, you've got the giving and receiving. So you got the Six of Pentacles coming in here. And the Six of Pentacles is, this wonderful awareness of our how much we're giving and how much we allow ourselves to receive. I like the Six of Pentacles because it is a huge awareness that comes in with a lot in our life here, a lot of humans in this generations we're when we're younger, usually 7 years old and younger, we give so much to people that we are like usually parents or grandparents, people that are so important to us that we want to give so much to, but we get so little from. And that creates this giving and out of balance giving and receiving that comes in where again we have to give 1,000 love coins to get one back. And that we don't know any better as children. We think that seems fair, right? It goes into our subconscious and that rules our life. It's on autopilot that's running forward in our life. That even though consciously I want abundance, I want love, I want this, I want that, to come into my life, for some reason it feels like there's this barrier, these forest fields that keep things out of our out of our lives. And it's our little inner child that's kind of keeping track of all of those. It has to reach 1,000 love coins before it brings down that force field and allows things to come in. Now, I talk about that in my Take 10 with Zen series. It's like episodes 4 or 5. It's around there. It talks about the Six of Pentacles and a tool we can do to bring that down to one to where that those force fields are removed and allows this flow of things to come in. So I feel like that's an important thing because that impacts every area of your life. And once we're able to kind of adjust and transform that, then just abundance comes in. Things come in so much easier and they stay. Sometimes when we reach those 1,000 love coins, the force fields come down, something comes in, and then the force fields come up and it repels it back out of our life. So, if that resonates, then definitely that is something to take a look at here because then that brings in this abundance where you're so full, you're able to give to others as well. Yeah, new vitality. Ace of Wands. So this is where this energy comes in. I love all of this. It's like all this chakra energy that's coming in here. Healing hands in this too. And I feel like this does bring you to this new place. I don't know if you are interested in doing energy work or have an attraction to it. I definitely feel like with this, there is this new energy that comes forward with all of this that it allows you as you open up this energy, these energy fields, it allows you also to express, express your this energy at a whole new level. And I like this. It almost it not almost, it definitely feels like an upgrade. It feels like this whole new level of energy work that uh, you're able to do. When I saw this, I immediately thought healing hands, and healing touch kind of energy. And with both of these here, I really like this energy. Let me see, is this just want to make sure that this is the this is yeah, it is wands. So yeah, the new vitality definitely is this energy coming forward. Don't know if you're interested in music too. That stands out a bit here too. And then that brings you into these three cards here. I love it. So you've got the Two of Pentacles coming in here with finding balance. So this does bring this opportunities, and I feel like it does bring in two opportunities into your life here. You've got this dedicated effort, which is the Eight of Pentacles. So, in one side of things, I don't know if you're interested in teaching or if you're interested in becoming a student or learning. Either way, I feel like this does go both ways for you here. This is where this balance comes in is the apprentice becoming the master, but being continuing to learn and to grow. So I feel like there's like you're a student and a teacher of things with this Eight of Pentacles. So if you're interested in that, definitely it is within your um wheelhouse as I'm looking at this, the wheelhouse of your journey here, because you have the observe with this card number 12, which is the Hanged Man in the regular tarot, I believe. And there's this great energy here of seeing things from a higher perspective, but it also represents like a butterfly going through a cocoon and having this movement of things that comes in. And I feel like I want to read this to you here from this book. A new understanding around matters of the heart is waiting to be revealed to you. Be still and observant. Now is not the time to take action. Instead, take a step back and wait. Reflect upon the relationship or the issue and what is really happening. Release the need or desire to direct the relationship and simply go with the course of events. And when you surrender to the experience, you'll learn a great deal and ultimately get what you truly need. Sometimes it is in releasing that we discover what we really need, as opposed to what we think we need. Trust the process, have faith in the journey, and let go of the outcome. Although forward progress may appear to be slow, now is the time for patience. All things come in the appropriate time and cycle. Progress in improving a current relationship or finding a new relationship will happen when the time and energies are right. When you're open and receptive to the needed change, it will happen. And during the process of simply observing, you can also gain a new perspective on your situation. How might you think differently about it? Look at your relationship through the eyes of an impartial stranger. What insights might that stranger offer you? Listen to the observations with an open mind and heart. By taking a fresh look, you'll bring in energies of awareness and transformation. The affirmation for the card is I now take a step back and observe my situation in a new light. Yeah, new light, new upgrades, new things coming in here too. So I like that message around love. And then, boom, 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 we move into, okay, yep. So we've got here the Blossom card, which I believe this is obviously, I think this is the sun, right? That comes before the endings and beginnings. Let me just make sure here. Still learning that particular deck, but oh, I think 19 is Blossom is the Judgment card. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Duh. Yeah, the two usually two X's, which is the Judgment card. And the blossoming is this pulling up, I always say the Judgment card is it's an angel that's raising the human from the dead, right? And that's what's happening here. Here's that energy that's bubbling up within you, this higher calling to get into energy work and to get into this transformation. This reminds me of the chi and the Tai Chi and how they work with this beautiful energy. And you have trust, which is the Fool card, which is making this leap into something new. And, 21 in between this is the ending of old cycles and the beginning of new, for sure. So this is something free of expectation, free of restriction. It's leaping off into this new journey. And to trust here, you've got this, the Nine of Pentacles is abundance, well deserved reward. The nine is the hermit's journey. It's there usually with spirit in the garden, which is this, feeling of wholeness and fullness in relationship to the outside world too. So I love all these cards coming in here for you. It's like you're standing in your power here, but you're definitely being nudged and invited into this new journey and this new level of your spiritual energy. So I really love this 1133, two master numbers. Oh, makes so much sense. You know, master number 11 is about us getting to know our human experience. Master number 22 is realizing we're more than this human, we're the actor behind this character. But master number 33 uh, is about the joining together of our human self with our higher self and walking hand in hand together on a new journey. And this is where this upgrade is happening, not resisting. You don't have to work against um, your human side, and we don't have to destroy our ego because our higher self completes our ego. It gives it and transforms our ego, and so it doesn't have to be destroyed. It just has this new upgrade and focus where it's like the Strength card. We walk hand in paw with the lion and the maiden. They're able to walk together in a whole new way than as a human and as a spiritual being. It's this upgraded kind of mutant between the two. One of the decks I have has a lion with wings that's flying because it's the angel of up above, transformed, and it's like that. And that would be the Hanged Man too, with that. It's like a cocoon, the hanging upside down, and this transformation that comes in, that you're emerging as this new being, and this new upgrade that's coming in. So I really like that for you, Love 43. Anything else for you here? Feel like I just want to pull one more card here for you from the Urban Crow Oracle, and let's see what they have here for you. Card number 51, Upheaval. Positive card. It has a short meaning here. Nature does not discriminate. Upheaval is a reminder that things can change on a whim through no fault of your own. Are you prepared for change? Are you able to regain your composure and fly off to a better, more stable position? There you go, butterfly. From being laid off to being forced to move to a new home, change can appear sudden and sometimes cruel, but not always. Sometimes there are clues that change is coming, yet we ignore the signs. Sometimes change brings a fortunate situation or moves us into a position to receive a greater opportunity. When upheaval appears, ask yourself if you can feel the rumblings, like a seismic wave just below the surface, that something is about to shift in your life. Wow. When you connect with your intuition, you will get a feeling that something is about to happen. You will pick up on the changing energy that will soon impact your life. Changing energy, huh? When you can anticipate a coming upheaval, you will be better able to plan for the shakeup. Yeah, you are ready. You are more than ready, right? Because here it comes. So I love this for you. It's so perfect. So definitely there's this energy coming in for you, this upgrade that is unfolding. So I love this for you, Love 43. And that's what your higher self wants you to know. Buckle up, Buttercup. Here comes the upgrade. So, especially right here in this middle of this eclipse season, we just had the solar eclipse 2 Saturdays ago, Libra energy balancing the new moon, with new things being planted. And tomorrow, we've got the lunar full moon eclipse in Taurus. And so there is this endings and beginnings that's happening. So the energy is so ripe for these changes. So be ready because here it comes. So that's what they have for you, Love 43. Thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And I'm excited for where you're headed. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. And then Kira Ellis, thank you so much for your donation and your sticker, your super sticker. I love the little, is that a fox laughing? That's cute. And let's see here, Kira. Let me see if you asked. Oh, yeah, your question up here. You want to ask, why is your heart aching? Okay. Let's take a look here and let's see what spirit wants you to know, Kira. And we're using the psychic tarot of the heart. So let's find out. What does spirit want you to know? Why is your heart aching? All right. Whoa. Pardon. So I throw things around. As you guys see my legs fly and I go flying over. Those went way under the desk. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Yeah, I see here. We definitely have this energy here. We'll start off over here, and we've got the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra, the orange one, is the second chakra from the bottom. And if you look at the first chakra, the root chakra is how we relate to the world and groups. The sacral chakra is how we relate to the other, like one individual, another person, right? And so I see that being below the surface here. Now, we've got this Three of Cups that's here. And I don't know if you've been in a three-party situation where there's like some betrayal, someone who And it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It can even be friends where you felt betrayed, where you felt left behind, where you felt like the third wheel. The Three of Cups here with this combination is what's jumping out to me here. And it's like, okay, I see that there could be feelings of abandonment and being left behind that comes in with these here. At the root of this, we also have the giving and receiving here at the core. And I was just talking about this. I have a Take 10 with Zen video series. It's free. Episodes 4 and 5, I believe it's episode 5, but it talks about the Six of Pentacles, which is about these feelings, this out of balance giving and receiving that you had to do when you were younger, where you felt you had to give so much to like either one of your parents or both your parents, grandparents, teachers, whoever it was that was, you just had so much desire to receive love from them that you had to give so much to get so little. And so there's this out of balance giving and receiving that comes in with this, right? So there's this I have to give 1,000 love coins before I deserve to get one love coin. And this is what's bouncing around underneath the surface, even though, consciously we're like, I want love. Subconsciously, our little inner child is like, nope, you haven't done enough yet to deserve that. And that video series talks about how we can bring that from 1,000 to one down to one, and these force fields drop, which allow love to come in, allow things to come in. I feel your heart is aching because it wants love, but it feels like it's been kept away from love, right? And there's a period of time here that's happening because you've got this clarity of belief that's coming in for you with this Ace of Swords, and I love this transformation into this beautiful green butterfly. The Ace of Swords allows you to see clarity, and I feel like this is what is coming in with this, realizing this out of balanceness of being able to receive love that comes in very clear for you as you connect to the capital T truth of the unconditional love from above, eternal unconditional love from the spirit realm. You realize you get to see life differently as you become more aware of that love and allow yourself to fill up with that love, because you also have this Four of Cups here, which is opportunity beckons. The Four of Cups normally has like three cups that are down below, and then the Ace of Cups that's being offered from the heavens to us. The three cups of the outside world are what make us feel um, empty, right? We're told, look into relationships, look into situations, look into possessions, our bodies, our bank accounts for your fullness and wholeness. And what happens? Unstable, right? It's never satisfies us for very long, if at all, because what we're truly searching for is that Ace of Cups, which is the eternal unconditional love of the higher realms. And once we fill up with that, then we fill up and overflow. But our heart aches, which is where we're getting back to your original question. Our heart aches when it is so hungry, and it's that aching feeling is fear that I will never find love. I'll never be lovable. I'm not going to find, something that takes away this empty feeling. But the outside world invites us out to look there to disappoint us to where we turn inward and upward. Then we fill up like a chalice. We fill up like this cup, and then it overflows out to the world, and we start to see the world differently, because the world can't fill us up and give us what we are looking for. We can only find that inside. But once we fill up, we don't stop wanting stuff from the outside world. We just stop needing it. We're not so desperate for it, because we found that 10-course meal with two desserts that we're looking for in our heart, but the outside world can only offer. It's a giant dessert bar that only offers, a third dessert, fourth dessert, fifth dessert. So we stop being disappointed in the outside world. Yeah, soul food, exactly. We stop looking, expecting it to fill us up, because it can't. So we turn inward, we fill up, and then we're like, wow, Now we can always make room for more dessert. So third dessert, fourth dessert, fifth dessert, they can give that to us. And it's above and beyond extra. So the world transformed from a place of lack and an aching heart to a full heart with all this above and beyond abundance happening around. And if someone goes, I don't want to give you seventh dessert, you're like, thank you, I'm full anyway. It's not a desperation of, no, you can't, we get manipulated by people, doing that, right? So I really love this, and it's so perfect here with all of this too, because we've got like you got number one, you got number two, you got number three, you got a number four, and then 5 is the number of change, and then you have number 6. So I love this progression, and I love that, you know, the key of it is looking into that giving and receiving, and that's the transformative, that's where the transformation occurs, is when you realize, "I am so lovable, and I don't have to overgive," and kinda get into codependent relationships where I become a mat for people, where I give and give and give and give until I'm exhausted, and then I continue to give and give and give until I'm resentful. I don't allow other people to give to me. That's that subconscious thing of, 1,000 to 1. I need to give all of this, and this is what exhausts us. I have to give all of this to get this, and then we don't allow them to give to us until we, hit that. And what do? They go give to other places, right? They give workaholics, work out at the gym or a hobby or their friends or affairs. So they all go and do that because we inside subconsciously are telling them, no, you can't give to me. And they want to give. And so they go give somewhere else. So this changes so much in your life. It opens up abundance in so many ways with all of that. So if you're interested, check out that Take 10 with Zen. The playlist is in the description box of the video, or if you go to my main page, it's at the very top in the playlist up there too. But it's episodes like 4 and 5. It talks about fate, but it really, is something that helps us move things and transform things too. So, so glad that was helpful, Kira, and thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that as well. All righty. So enjoy your adventure. All right. And we had left off for the free readings with Hot Sun. So I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. So hot sun. This is hot sun because I saw a sun that you'll be later, but hot sun, you are the one that's up. And you want to know, what are Matt's feelings, intentions, and next actions? Let's take a look here. See what their feelings, thoughts, or feelings, intentions, and next actions are. All right. Mm. Well, I like this here. Their feelings right now are they're helpless and hopeless. You're like, no kidding, right? This is the 8 of swords. And so their feelings and intentions are so restrictive, but I like that they're going through this because this card is a flow card and they're discovering their thoughts, their beliefs, their mindsets that have blinded them, bound them, and made them feel trapped before. So, you know, what this tells me regarding their feelings and intentions, there's a lot of fears holding them back. And, their feelings, this is a transformation. This is an awareness. You can, the sun rising here is bringing them enlightenment around how they feel about themselves. And with this helpless and hopeless feeling that they have, it means they have very low self love toward themselves. They might boast and they might appear like, I'm big and powerful, but on the inside, it doesn't take much for them to feel like they don't deserve something, right? But there is this transformation. This 8, this number of flow, means they are questioning it. They are letting these things go. And then they'll be able, because they can't love others more than the extent they love themselves, nor receive love more than to the extent they love themselves. So even though they want to give a lot of love, their pipeline's really small. It's like flood, 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 drip, drip. And so when you feel these feelings, they've got feelings there, but they just can't express them. They can't realize them. They can't comprehend the feelings right now because of these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. Their next actions towards you, we do have the Ace of Wands here, which is strengthening bonds, right? Yeah. So there is this energy with the heart of wanting to move forward, wanting to express their passion. Now that they can do, emotion is different from passion. Passion is like physical attraction, energetic attraction. Emotions are the heart and opening up. This is more of intention, more of, hey, I'm attracted to you, both physically and energetically. It's not just, their hormones acting. They do feel this energetic attraction, but the emotions come later when they're able to do that. So, right now it just feels like they're not able to love a whole lot because they don't love themselves a whole lot. But it is um, encouraging that the eight is that they are flowing and learning and growing from that. So that's what's coming in there. So that is what we have for you. I don't know what you mean by paper cards. Hopefully, this is what um, those other ones were plastic, but I don't have any like paper. These are they have gloss on them, but that's what you have. There you go. All right. All right, love 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey. All right. As soon as I get the donation, we will jump down there for sure. But for the sake of time, we'll continue moving down the list. So Rishi Lahori, hey dude, you are up next, and you'd like to know if you're meant to part ways with your family. Let's take a look here. See, what does spirit say here? Is it for your highest experience to part ways with your family? I don't see parting ways here. You have believe and succeed, 6 of Wands energy, being seen, having victory in your life. Opportunity beckons with the Four of Cups, which is finding your love from the inside, emotional stability, and a great, energetic stability that comes in here. Um, you know, I like this energy that's coming in here, and I want to take a look here at this believe and succeed because I feel like it that you don't need to yeah, it is the 6 of Wands. I thought that looked like the 6 of Swords, but it is the 6 of Wands. It is movement of water across water opportunities, but I just feel like there's this that you don't have to worry about it. I feel like you're having this energy of change, this energy here of it's not, oh yeah, because they're saying it's not an anchor that's holding you back anymore. That as you are finding your self-love and your emotional stability within you, you have this flow of energy, you have this victory, you have this support that's higher, that you don't look to your family as a definition. You don't look for them for recognition, for all of that, that you stand on your own and that you don't have to like part ways with them, but they don't have to be, they don't hold a place as a high of a place of importance in your life. Uh, and it's okay, you know. It becomes even cordial because you're not using their opinions and your past and anything to define them, to define you. You're finding your wholeness within yourself, and so you're like, all right, you know, you just they are who they are, and you just accept them for who they are. You stop expecting from them, and you're free. And you're free from the expectations you have on yourself too, which allows you where all this success and movement come from. So I like that for your Rishi, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And love 1234. Thank you so much for your donation. All right. And you want to know, is it on your highest path to be a music EPA? How would it be for you? All right. Let's take a look here. And did you send that through Cash App? I think this is you. It's a different does your name begin with a B in Cash App? Okay, good. That's you. Because it said for love on there, but then you asked a different question. That's what threw me off. So so we'll take a look here. All right. Is it your highest path to be a music EPA? Oh, I get you. I get you. Makes sense. I'm not always the sharpest tool in the shed, you know. What are you gonna do? All right, what else? And thank you for your donation if I did not think that. Wow. So let's take a look here. Okay. Let's get clarity around that card there. All right. So the first card that came out here on is it your highest path? You got the zero. It's a new path. The full card. It's this new journey, free of expectation, free of going forward here. So it is a path for you here to be this into this music, because you also have a second major arcana, which is the chariot, which is movement, which is power of choice, is victory. So there is this new path, this movement, and of course, the sun card. Shine, shine bright. So here's the spotlight, right? I like this. So it would definitely, it's very bright here. Um, and I do want to look at this one here for you here, because you've got this energy that came out with these. You've got the rest and reconsider, which is the Nine of Swords. You've got the crown chakra, and you've got the moon card, the control, and diving deeper and seek the unknown, connect with spirit too. So there's some fears that are involved with this for you that you confront and you transform here when you look at all these things that come in here. And I do want to read this moon card here for you, this confront, out of all the four major arcana you got out of six cards, which shows that this is a significant transformative time. The key words here are fear, question, explore, courage, illusion, and clarity. And it says introspection and clarity are important at this time. Feelings that have lain dormant are now coming to the surface. They've been part of your subconscious for some time. They're referred to as your shadow self and represent all of your fears and delusions regarding matters of the heart. You may have concerns about examining these issues, but know that when an issue rises to the surface, it's ready to be faced and healed. Have the courage to acknowledge and confront these newly emerging feelings. So look at them from all sides and try to determine where they first came from. When and how were they planted in your subconscious? Question the validity of these feelings. And often they were based on your childhood imagination and are no more than illusions. They're not appropriate for your adult relationships, yet they persist. They're not based on reality, but they're powerful influences and can affect your relationship in many ways. They can even prevent a romantic relationship from manifesting. Have the courage to explore your beliefs and misconceptions about love. And this can be all about, this we're talking about your path um in career and music and all of this. And so I feel like your relationship to love, self-love is so important with these. You may find that these emerging feelings are based not only on your limited perceptions, but also on what actually saw or experienced as a child. Know that whatever your reality was then, it does not have to be your reality now. You're no longer that person. Examine these feelings and gain clarity on who you are and what is true for you regarding your relationships. And the affirmation is I examine my feelings about relationships and release what is no longer my truth. So this had to do with relationship to your musical path with the EPA. And so if you look back at your childhood, emotions and relationships that are there, I feel like this is where you'll experience, I don't want to say the shattering of your dreams, but the bursting of your bubble. Like, whenever you see like a little kid that goes, I want to be an astronaut, and the parent or adult around him goes, oh, be realistic. You can't be an astronaut. Think of something else. That's too much beyond you. Pop, and that's what I feel, you know, this energy coming in here is realization of your dream and what are these emotions that you had when you were younger that have been bubbling below the surface, and realizing, what is this calling? Because the crown chakra is this higher calling. It reminds me of the judgment card, which is this is your calling. This is what is um what is headed your way, right? So no, you're fine. You don't have to worry about responding. So that is what they have for you. I like it for you. It's very positive. I feel like this has been a childhood dream. It's been something that you've loved since you were very young, expressing music, expressing your heart through music. And, you know, there is this clarity, this jumping forward and leaping forward. Like I said, that full card is like this whole new journey and adventure. So definitely. Yeah, yeah, but maybe beliefs that, "Oh, musicians are starving artists." It's like, nope, it doesn't have to be. That's like the fears that are there is you can't just do music. That has to be a hobby. You're like, "No, that's my dream. That's my calling." So I love it. So that's what they have for you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. Excited. So woo whoop, high five, fist bump, go forward. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Yeah, involved in music, and you never know. You never know. You might get involved in a group. You never know. But that's what they have. All right. So up next, we got Johanna. Thank you so much for your donation. Let me give that some love there. Hi again. So does M have any feelings towards you? Is that a monkey see no evil? Let's take a look here. Let's see what is going on with M. Let's see if they have feelings. Let me take a sip here. All right. Steady, steady. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. Wow. You know, um, they've got feelings going on here, but wow, they are so confused. They got so much pain. in their heart here. And let me show you this. Because you've got the sacral chakra, which is the energy of relation to the other one. When we have the root chakra, that's our relationship to groups or the world. Sacral chakra is our relationship one on one with another individual. Solar plexus is our relationship to ourself. So, all this energy here that has to do with relationships to others, we've got this Three of Swords, which is normally a giant heart with three swords stuck in it. And here again, we've got the sadness and isolation. This is what they may look like on the outside, but you know, this is what's going on here. They don't have a whole lot of self-love for themselves. So there's not a whole lot of feelings that can be expressed outward. Because when we can't have love for others greater than the love we have for ourselves, nor receive love from others greater than to the extent we have love for ourselves. And this energy I'm picking up is very, very small funnel of self-love. So no matter how much they would care, it's like they it can't get out of their heart. And any love that people are trying to give to them, it can only trickle in because of this. So they've got this isolated feeling that comes in here. And it is reinforced here with the Two of Swords, which here is refusing to see, and the sunshine, which this is joy, celebration, victory, success. And the Leo energy, this is the sun card. They're refusing to see the sun. Here's the sun up here, to look inward at the root of what is happening here. And so they've been resistant to look inward at these. What's the source of this sadness and isolation? Why do they feel that way for them there? And some of it has to do with their ego, that they do get some good negative attention. Oh, I'm so sad and alone. People like, oh, boo 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 boo, and they like that feeling. And it's almost like maybe they were a middle child. Middle child syndrome. For all you wonderful middle children out there, the older and younger, they get the praise and all that stuff, right? The middle child, rather than compete usually for that attention, goes, look, there's plenty of negative attention available, free of charge. I will do that, right? Yeah. Well, it can be definitely a mirror for you too. And we do draw people in to mirror our lives by what we see in their lives too. I do like this though, that this master, which this is the devil card in the standard tarot, which is the rattling of our cage. We're becoming aware, both of you are becoming aware here of how you have your heart in a cage. These are the fears, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts that brought in these things, right? These fears of being lovable, these fears of not being good enough. And I like this because this is this freedom, this is this release, because the devil, the Capricorn Saturn energy that comes in, it challenges us to in order for us to become aware of this cage. It shakes and rattles the cage so that we go, I'm in a cage. Excuse me, we realize I didn't even realize I was in a cage this whole time. But that's why we're in this isolation, right? We're in, what do they call it? Solitary confinement. Our heart is in solitary confinement. But this is all happening to bring awareness to, you can be release yourself from it, because no one has caged us, we cage ourselves. And once we realize this, we realize these restrictions and all these rules, these, conditional love laws, these small t truths that have kept us feeling limited and small and powerless. When we step into allowing our heart to really grow and expand, we bust out of this cage and we transform our lives. And here's joy and stability, the Four of Wands, which is joy and celebration, energetic stability that comes in here. So, we have the solution to everything with that joy and stability, because one of the first things that we can do is change where we're investing our energy. Because when we focus in on our fears, we actually, it's like we plug in and there's an electric connection to that cage. We're like, zzz, it has an electric fence around it. And it's because we're focusing in on our fear. So our energy is what is fueling and causing it to be electrified, and it causes our fears to be maintained and even to grow. But once we transform and focus in on joy, focus in on gratitude, unconditional love, laughter, peace, then those things grow and expand, and these diminish, and the bars become brittle, where we can break out of this cage. So one of the first things that you can do here, to help with this transformation for yourself, you can't do anything for them except send unconditional love their way, right? But what you can do for you, while things are slow, while things are happening, it's giving you the opportunity to change your habit. We are all taught to focus in on our fears, what's missing in our life, what we hate, what we fear will come in or leave our lives. And in doing so, we expand all that. But we can change our habit to focus in on unconditional love and joy and gratitude by I use the phone whenever I want to change, this beautiful, beautiful, um, you know, uh, tool, I guess you can call it. Has this, you can create an alarm on your phone, of silent vibrating alarm that only gets your attention, right? That just says gratitude, and have it go off every hour, every half hour. However fast you want to transform your energy, we begin to focus on what we're grateful for, and then that allows more things to be grateful for to come into our life, and this is what begins to transform our lives. So I love all this. So, back to your original question, I know, does M have feelings? They've got all this going on inside themselves that they can't see outside of their cage. Their heart, is in a cage where it doesn't allow it to have feelings outward, because it doesn't have a whole lot of feelings for itself. So it's a beautiful mirror, and what's great is that you can bring all that energy into you and focus on you and your self-love, raise your love vibration, send them love, but it's up to them. They have to expand their own self-love, and you can't take that test for them or do that for them. Ah, very cool. Yeah. And until it becomes our habit to focus on it. There's this cute little boy. I think he's um, from India or Pakistan. It's a cute little boy. I forget his name, but he had this little video that I saw, a meme somewhere, where he's like probably 9 years old, if that, and he's talking like this guru master, and he was just like, whatever you practice is what you become an expert at. So if you practice on finding something to hate about something, you'll become an expert where you can find things to hate about something where other people can't. Or you can also learn to find gratitude and find the bright things in something and become an expert in that, where when you can find something positive about something in a situation where others can't, whatever we practice is what we become experts at. So, I like this for you, and I feel like this is one of the big purposes M is in your life, is to be this mirror for you, so that you can transform this and feel this, help your heart escape from that cage, from that prison. So I like that for you, Ahana. Very powerful. I love this message. So transformative. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Right. And then Anita Abdul, thank you so much for your donation. And you would like to know the current thoughts and feelings of the person on your mind. Absolutely. Let me just give these another shuffle here. Or let me try again. All right, there we go. Right? Every once in a while we want some drama, right? We're like, a life of peace and joy. How boring. Give me some drama for a little while. You're very welcome. All right. So, current thoughts and feelings of the person on your mind, Anita. Let's take a look here. All right. All right. All right. Well, it's very interesting here. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. You got the Six of Cups, which, talks about healing beginning here. But there is the Six of Cups for me is like, can be someone from your past coming back. But for me, it's really uh, past life connections that are coming in here. And I really like this energy because I feel like what you feel between the both of you, I mean, there is this draw um between both of you here. And you know, I just there's both of this, there's so much deeper things going on below the surface between the two of you. And they feel this connection. They feel like this, it's like if you ever meet someone that, is like, um, I feel like I've known you before somewhere, but you haven't known them in this lifetime. It's that kind of connection where there's this draw because you've had past lifetimes together. So I see that here. And again, you've got one card, two cards, and two cards. These two cards, you've got the moon energy, which again, subconscious, below the surface. There's this stuff that is, at the very, very underneath, and that's where the past life connections are. And you've got this open up, this Four of Pentacles, which does represent this feelings of home, of safety. And I feel like this is their thoughts and feelings they have for you is they can't explain it, but they just feel at home with you. And you with them, right? There's this safety. It feels like if you had to explain it, you couldn't. You're just like, I just do. There's something that's just there. And I feel like this is mutual between the two of you because we do have here too the high priestess again below the surface, behind the scenes. It's a very spiritual, beyond physical connection that exists between the two of you here. And I feel like they feel it. And I don't know if they'll be as aware of it as you are, because I feel like you have a good connection with your intuition and your spiritual gifts. Maybe them not as much, but they definitely feel it and they can't explain it. But now you know what it is here. You've got the Five of Cups, which is the transformation and changing of emotional energy that will be happening here. The Three of Cups that are normally spilled are, what we're taught to focus on, the lower vibrational emotions. But the Two of Cups behind allows us to see, you know, and it's interesting because actually I think this is the Five of Pentacles. But there's this energy. Actually, this is the Five of Cups. But there is the two cups behind here are this energy of like a past relationship that's behind the scenes, which reinforces that here. So I really love this coming in here because that is here. And even though I said, this was the Six of Cups is what they showed me in this deck, this is actually the Six of Swords too, which represents a movement of old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. And it is very much this movement that will be happening here in communication too. So there is this bond here that's you can't be denied. And so they do have these thoughts of like, why is this here? And like I said, it can't be denied. And so it's on their mind. They're just like, what is this draw that I have here? Um, and it just feels that there's so much like I wouldn't doubt if they're not dreaming about you or, that there's something else happening here. Yeah, because even below, underneath the surface on the bottom of the deck, we got the Judgment card, which is about connection to the higher realms. It's like this higher calling, this higher draw between the two of you that are here. So definitely, I feel like that. And we're talking about thoughts. The Six of Swords is, there's this changing of their perception of you over that's been changing over time too. And again, there's just it can't be denied this connection that's just it feels like there's this inner pull that you can't explain in the physical realm because it's all about spiritual and past life connections between the two of you. So I feel like with that Six of Swords, that there's going to be movement and communication. I just feel like they can't, um, you know, not act on it. So um, I feel like that's what is going to happen here is that there's going to be this um, movement of communication between the two of you. Um, Let me see if they'll tell us here anything about the future here. They're just shh, listen, just go with the flow with this. Just trust the connection. Um, yeah, the high priest just comes flying out again. Just focus in on connect to your heart, connect upward, connect behind the scenes, connect below the surface. Focus in on you is what they're basically saying with that. When I'm like, what about the future of our connection? They're like, focus on you, raise your love vibration. That's all you can control. So focus in on that. Yeah, your guides are funny. So, but that's what they have for you right now. Doesn't mean that we can't ask in the future. But right now they're like focus on yourself. So, you are very welcome. Thanks for all the lively and Halloweeny emoticons, emojis. And thank you for your donation, of course, as well. Appreciate that. All right. Right. And to everyone else, I do go down in order, first come, first serve down the list. If you want your reading prioritized, I do honor donations as an energy exchange. And so I'm returning back to up above. We left off with Dijona, who is one of my uh, members of my YouTube channel. So shout out to you, Dijona. I love your name being in green and your little sticker, your little badge. So thank you for being a supporter. You are part of the reason that we can offer these free readings because of that support. So thank you. And let's take a look here what they want here. All right. So we do have here, you've got the Two of Swords and you've got the Strength card. So I almost throw the card. I love that this is all about connecting to your higher self, right? Your human side connecting to your higher self. And I love there's this third eye on here on the refusing to see, which the Two of Swords is normally close your eyes and open your heart. And I feel like this is close your eyes and open your third eye. So there is this nudge, this drawing forward of connecting to your psychic abilities, your spiritual gifts, your spiritual abilities, seeing from the perspective of your higher self. And I feel like this can manifest itself in a variety of ways in your life too. Like, I mean, it can be um, through dreams, through visions. It can be through um, picking up on other people's emotions, empathic abilities. But I feel like it goes beyond that, where you have this knowing that's igniting within you, where you can see not only do you feel people's emotions, but you are starting to understand where their emotion came from, like the root of it. And if you look at the soul as like a funnel, a funnel with that little everyone gets a gut instinct on the rim of the the funnel, right? Everyone goes like, "Ooh, I don't know about that person." We all get those feelings in the beginning, but as you develop your gifts, it's like you go further and further down into that funnel, and you get access to the whys behind things, and you're like, "Why are they such um, an expresser of anger?" That's my nice way of calling someone a jerk, right? Why are they such a jerk? Why are they always so angry? It's like, oh wow, you start to feel and sense and get knowledge of things. And I feel like this is an important part of your life because it definitely is, having this um impact. I mean, I just feel like it's almost like an upgrade in a way, but you're being invited to focus more and more, see things from your third eye, see things from a higher perspective. And you're just going to start getting these thoughts that are dropped into your head out of nowhere, where you're just like, it's like you remember it. They've never told you anything, but it's like almost like you remember. Oh, that's why they feel that way. That's where it comes in back here, where it's like there's this memory that comes up from the surface that you're like, no one's ever told me that." Or you will even tell people, "Yeah, you told me da 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 da." And they're like, "No, I haven't. I haven't told anyone that." "Are you sure?" "Yeah." And you're like, "Well, how do I oh, now I know how I know it?" So I feel like that's what's coming in for you, Dijona. So don't be afraid of it and embrace it and expand it because they are ready. So I like that. So many blessings to you, Dijona. Excited for this. What are you picking up about me? I'm just kidding. Uh-oh. All right. Many blessings to you, my dear. All right, SSP, you are up. So, are you right for feeling like your boyfriend is different? He's different for sure. But is he acting different? Or is he worried about work in the future? Does he believe in your relationship and engagement? All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on with your BF here. Mm, well, there is some something hidden here. When we get the moon card, that means there's something going on below the surface. There are, you know, um, things that are busting around and things that are flowing below the surface, right? Just some unknowns. The 3 of Cups usually represents, three cups is three emotions, which can mean that there's a third party that's trying to, um, nudge their way in here. And so I feel like there's this distraction. I'm not feeling like, oh, girl, he's, cheating on you or whatever. I just feel like, yeah, because you got the Wheel of Fortune, which means that whatever unfolds for you, that even your human feels that it's the tuna for you, the fortune. So I don't feel like there's anything that I just feel like there's someone that's just causing some trouble here. Yeah, and the devil card too. So there is someone that's just bringing a lot of rattling of their cage. And so, I don't think that he's worried about work in the future. And I do believe he believes in your engagement because there wouldn't be this fighting. There wouldn't be, of course, this Wheel of Fortune either, which is very positive. I just feel like there's something bugging him from, or someone bugging him from his past. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic. I just feel like there's a relationship that's going on in his life that's causing a lot of angst in his life. And like I said, I don't necessarily feel like it's, doesn't have to be romantic, but there's just, just feel like there's some, um, I don't want to say reemergence of some emotions of pain though. And I feel like that is more what it is. It's not work, it's not the future. It's not your relationship and your engagement. I feel like it's a past relationship that is just bubbling up, that has some fears around it. But again, I don't feel like there's like they're like, "Oh, I wonder I wanna be with that other person," or anything like that. I just feel like there's bubbling to the surface these emotions of pain, and that's where these fears are coming from and why you might feel them kinda some walls going up. Because the devil card, what that does, it does challenge our thoughts and our beliefs and our mindsets about our life and old beliefs, and has us wanna look at, who am I? What do I want in life? Who am I? Who do I really want to be? What's my truth of everything? And I just feel like that's what's bubbling up. And maybe that's the future a little bit in there, but I feel like because they feel this heartbreak and this betrayal and other stuff of their past, that they just want to make sure that this fulfillment of their life, where's this all going to come from? They just got a lot going on thinking about. um I just feel like it's almost like they're doing this giant scan of their life, if that makes sense. But definitely there's this, um, these fears that are bubbling to the surface, from the past that he is, being forced to look at by his, higher self. They're like, "Look at this stuff," because, I feel like they're at this, like, leap off point in their life, and, it's just making him go, all right, I've gotta, um, they don't want to hurt anyone, they don't want to complicate things, they don't want to do all this stuff. It's like it's now, so this is it. Is this what I want? Because once I step through this, I don't want to turn back. And so they're making sure, like, this is everything. Is this what I want, or is this what everyone's told me I want? And they're, getting into that. So I feel like that's what you're picking up on. So hopefully that helps. I know you're like, not really. But you can do that. It's a great mirror for you. What are bubbling up for you? What are your concerns? What are your fears? What are any insecurities? That now is the time to look at that for you as well. So that's what's coming in for you. So many blessings to you. You are very welcome. All right. And then Anya Ohuya, you want to know, will SP reach out anytime soon? All right, let's take a look here. Well, this moon card keeps on coming up here. We've got the four of pentacles here, which represents the solid foundation in the outside world, this opening up, but I feel like maybe by the new moon, it's like which is about 2 weeks away. I feel like with this moon energy, it's going to be around a new moon that the communication comes open, because I feel like there is this foundation this that's coming up here, and that is earth energy. So I wonder, so we've got, what's up next? We're moving into, what are we in, Libra, and so we're moving into Scorpio, and so, well, the next, earth new moon's going to be a little ways away. That'll be Capricorn in December, late December, middle of December to middle of January. So I feel like, um, if it's not within 2 weeks at this new moon, then it's probably going to be more during that period of time, that they'll be reaching out. But definitely, this energy does tell me that there are some things that are being worked on, and that they are going to be stepping through. And like it says, you got both the open up and the doorway opening up here. So I feel like the communication does open up between the two of you. Um, but again, it just feels very new moonish, which we just had a new moon 2 weeks ago. So we'll have another one in 2 weeks from now because, full moon, and then 2 weeks is a new moon, and then 2 weeks is the full moon, and 2 weeks is the new moon. Every 2 weeks, we go through one of those. So that's what's coming in for you, Anya. So enjoy. Many blessings to you. All right. And Grace, 1111, you are up next. So, a general reading for you. And I'm going to be on for about 15 more minutes. And I'm going to be headed off to my praying mantis session. So, I'll try to get through as many free readings as I can. But if you want to make sure I complete it in this session, a donation of any kind will prioritize it. Otherwise, I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Also, Sunday morning at 11 a.m. And tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time as well. All right, so Grace, let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right, two major arcana. You've got the High Priestess and the Chariot coming in here. And so this does tell me that, there you have the power of choice that comes in, and there's this victory. You can have movement, you can take movement, and this is basically saying no matter what you choose and where you unfold, you get to choose what story, what emotion, what energy you put forward, and what physical action you take. There's no right or wrong. But if you want any guidance, listen. You have the High Priestess. Step back, take a deep breath, connect with Spirit, and they'll be happy to show you and let you know the possibilities of choice. Right? There's no right or wrong, but they can tell you, like, can you show me if I choose this, how that will unfold, and if I choose that, how that will unfold? We're like, we'll give you the deets, the details. We'll bullet point some stuff for you to make it an easier decision for you, because they do want you to have the most experience that you're wanting, but they don't decide it for you. They're like, oh, we want you to have this kind of life. They're like, it's going to a playground. It's going to an amusement park full of fear rides. What do you want to ride? What do you want to do? What do you want to eat? It's up to you. Let's go. So I like this freedom that's coming in with this power of choice and this empowerment that comes in. I feel like this is a very important time for you to realize that your power and your life, you are the leader of it. You're telling Spirit what you want to grow and expand in your life. They're not the ones that dictate your life. You're the one through your energy where you're focusing your mental thoughts, your emotional energy, your intentional energy, your physical actions. We're telling the universe what we want more of. They're like, all right, let's go. And they don't judge us. They're like, that's what you want. If you want a, peanut butter and jelly sandwich with banana on it, more power to you. They don't care. They're not going to eat it. And they want you to enjoy it. And if you enjoy that, then go for it. So that's what's coming in. So I like that for you, Grace. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Lynx Lee, you are up. You want the rest of the year blessings coming to you. All right. Let's take a look here. Shuffle these up. One more. All right. So, rest of the year, any blessings coming to you? Well, love and marriage. So there you go. Fast and, coming in. Well, love. So the six, the lovers card does show a significant partnership, relationship coming in. Doesn't have to be romantic, but you got the Four of Wands, which is a joy and stability card, but it also is a marriage card. That's why I threw that out there. Like joy in marriage, woohoo, love in marriage. So definitely you have this wonderful feeling of heartfulness unflowing with this great amount of joy and celebration. So definitely a significant relationship that comes in that brings you tons of joy. Now, at the very least, it could be, finding a best friend that just makes you laugh and, just allows you to have this joy. It could be reacquainting and with a family member that you haven't been close to in a long time, or it could be romantic and love and lead to marriage. So, very much a significant relationship that's coming in with those cards. So, I like that for you, Linksley. I mean, we've only got a couple months left, which doesn't mean that you have to get married in this time, but it leads to that. So I feel like by the end of the year, you definitely have the possibility of meeting the love of your life. So I like that for you. Finally, right? So many blessings to you. All right. And I do have a donation that came in. Thank you, Lisa, for your donation. I appreciate that. Give that a little love there. And very good here. Ah, very good. So here we go. So, will a remote job opportunity be presented to you before this year ends? All right, let's take a look here. Remote job. So, will it be offered to you before the end of the year? All right. So we definitely have here, you've got the throat chakra coming in here and the giving and receiving the Six of Pentacles. This is telling me that it definitely is possible for it here, right? Because the giving and receiving is about our worth and how we, the giving and receiving. It's like if I have to give 1,000 love coins to receive one back, or is it equal and balanced? The throat chakra is about speaking your truth, acting on your truth as well. That comes in here. So huge possibilities of it happening. But I feel like it comes down here to this Six of Pentacles because if you haven't checked out my Take 10 with Zen, there's episodes 4 and 5 talk about how to bring in fated things sooner than later. And what if it has to do with the Six of Pentacles, which has to do with our little, you know, um, our little child self that has the force fields that keep things away from us because it doesn't feel we deserve it yet because of this out of balance giving and receiving it learned a lot when we were young. And if we haven't gone in and brought that's on autopilot running below the surface, if we haven't brought it to the surface and questioned it, it's still running down there. And who's in charge of that force field? Our little younger 7-year-old and younger self who's going, no, 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 you don't deserve that yet. So that's why there's a possibility here. And if you look at where that out of balance came from, you can balance that, which brings down these force fields, which brings this opportunity to come into your life here. But it takes action, taking this action that opens up um, those floodgates to allow these things to come to you. Otherwise, they're like, no, no, you don't deserve that yet. And they'll keep it at bay away from you. And so we're like, yep, yep, yep. We definitely don't, um, you know, um, I mean, it's definitely a possibility for you there. So I like that for you. Uh, the playlist link is in the description box of the video. If you go to my main page, it's up there. It's like 10 minutes or less, each of those episodes 4 and 5, if you want some tools on how you can bring that into you sooner than later with that. Hey, Rhonda. Oh, you caught me, but I'm not going to be able to get to any free readings here. I'm in my last 5 minutes, and there's a ton of more people here. I'm not going to be able to get to down that far. So sorry, but I will be back tomorrow morning, or for anyone else that wants to join my Praying Mantis membership at $7.99 a month, which gives you all access to the session that I go to after this one and all my free readings. I go for about an hour afterwards where we pull additional cards. We even have a 2-hour Q&A on Thursday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. and you have advanced access to all the free content I put out, which Moon Day Mondays, my Take 10 with Zen Tuesdays, and then also my Pick a Card What's Up Wednesdays. So all that's available too. But I will be heading out in about 5 minutes here. And I'd left off with a DT, which is anything you need to know. So let's take a look here. I don't think I did a DT, did I? No, I think I did Linksley. So a DT. Aditi's like, you better not pass me up. Let's take a look here. So, what does Spirit want you to know right now? Ooh, love abounds. Yeah, got the Ace of Cups and the Strength card. So, this combination is it's a great time for you to really connect with your higher self and the love from above. This is about becoming the chalice, the holy grail, and being able to fill up and overflow out. Our human self, you know, um, tends to look to the outside world for its love and fulfillment and is let down, right? Because our higher self is this is the love we're looking for. And it's usually the lion and the maiden, and the lion gets all hangry. It's hungry, angry because it's looking for love in the outside world, like we're all taught to do. And it doesn't find any fulfillment there because what it's looking for is the unconditional love that it finds inward and upward with the combination of those cards. It's that invitation of the higher self saying, come here, connect with us. We want to fill you up with this unconditional love. So intentionally go inward and upward, connect to that higher self, to that love on the other side, and that fills you up and overflows out to the world. So I love that for you. So it's like this invitation from your spiritual posse to, we want to love on you. So come spend some time with us. And I like it for you. All right. So that's what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. And happy soul. You would like a love reading here. So I've got like 3 more minutes. So we'll see how many we can get in here for you guys. And sorry for everyone else I was not able to get to, but like I said, I will be back tomorrow morning. If you'd like to join us at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, Sunday at the same time, and then tomorrow night as well. All right. So love reading, happy soul. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. So you've got this finding balance here in the third eye chakra coming in here too. So Two of Pentacles is about this seeing things from a higher perspective regarding love. Because you also have the third eye, which is of course our third eye, connecting and seeing things from this higher perspective. So there is this balancing that can be focused on at this time for you. Even on the bottom of the deck, you have the Judgment card, which is your higher self drawing you to this higher perspective. So it definitely is here that, you're not going to find the love that you're looking for in the outside world because you can't love others more than to the extent you love yourself, nor receive love from others more than to the extent you love yourself. So they're saying connect higher, expand that. Then that also is a win-win. It's a win-win-win-win because you get to feel that beautiful love from above filling you up, but it also expands your ability to give and receive love to the humans in the outside world too. So right now, the love reading is it's all about raising your love vibration, baby, and that helps expand and because otherwise you're going to do what you've always done and get what you've always gotten. And it's like your spirit is saying, I've had enough of that. I want to try something new, something less you. So that's what's coming in, happy soul. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. And actually, I'm not going to be able to get to just one more here because it's going to be a fast one. And then I'll be headed off into my praying mantis session. So, Ayushri Krishna, you want to know, is Yagya still romantically interested in you? It's kind of a yes and no question. So I can slip that one in here, but I won't be able to get to any others. So, apologies. I do have all of my personal readings at half off. If you're interested, you can check all that information out in the description box of the video down below. We've got the Fool's card, which is a beginning of a new adventure free of a lot of expectations. So this feels like they are more looking for a new beginning, looking for something without restriction. So it feels there's like a combo that comes in with that, Ayushi. It's like they want they want attention, they want romance, they want adventure, but they don't want rules, they don't wanna have to have intentions, they don't wanna have expectations. There's this freedom that they're looking for. So it's like, yeah, they'll take romance, but without any screens strings attached to it. They don't want to have any expectations that can be disappointed type of thing. They're looking for freedom and openness and adventure. They're not looking for like commitment and those types of things. So if you're like, hey, I'm okay with that, then go for it, right? Otherwise, it just feels like, if you want more, they're not the one for you. At this point in their life, they're more looking for, all that other stuff. So that's what's coming in for you. And again, apologies to everyone I was not able to get to. And but I definitely, hopefully, you'll join us on one of our other sessions. The evening sessions, I don't come back and complete the free ones. The morning sessions, I generally have energy and stuff to come back. But the evening sessions, by the time I've already had a morning session, came back and did the free sessions, had two praying mantis sessions, and all that. I'm so tired that it wouldn't be good readings anyway. So, but please come back in the morning sessions tomorrow or Sunday or tomorrow night, and we'll be try to get you guys in. So, thank you again for all your love and all your support. I appreciate your hunger and thirst for spirit. And please know as you're going throughout every second of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your night or day, wherever you're out in the world. Until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care. We'll see you.